everyone, my name is Marina. Welcome to this 30-minute Vinyasa flow as a part of the 21 Days of Kuula TV challenge. Let's get right in. So we're going to start with a child's pose, keeping your knees to the sides of the mat, and then untucking the toes behind, coming to sit onto your heels, and then gently walking the fingertips all the way to the top of the mat. Once you get there, just allowing the forehead to rest on the mat. And then just noticing if your sit bones have lifted from your heels. Just seeing if you can draw them back, maybe walking the fingertips back slightly. So connecting those sit bones with the heels and then extending the fingertips, the finger pads slightly further forwards. So getting a full stretch through the back in your child's pose. Once you've found that comfortable, active and passive pose at the same time, just closing off the eyes and seeing if you can tap into how it feels to be you right now, how the body feels. So whatever you might have been doing before the class, whatever you might be doing after the class, just allowing yourself, inviting yourself to be here now, fully present in your body, and noticing how that feels. And we all have busy days and forget to think about how the body feels or just leave it aside. Don't make it a priority. So really making sure that through your practice today, through your 30 minutes, you're allowing yourself to connect with your body. And to do that, we work on our breath. So we focus on our breath coming in and out through the nose. Seeing if you can elongate those breaths. So you travel in through the nostril, through the back of the throat, through the chest, the rib cage, the belly. Then exiting all the way back, reversing its journey. The belly, the rib cage, the chest, the back of the throat, and out through the nostrils. Noticing that journey of the breath, how effortless it is in our daily lives, and how through your yoga practice, you really tap into that breath, you really notice it. And using that as a means to make you a little more connected, a little more present. Drawing the finger pads in towards the mat. Maybe rolling the forehead side to side, releasing any tension in the forehead, keeping the face soft. Taking a deep inhale through the nose. And holding the breath at the top, feeling that breath fill the body. Noticing that energy as it travels through the body. And when you're ready to exhale, opening the mouth, sighing it out, letting it go. As you exhale, as you let go, you try to get rid of anything that does not serve you in your practice today. Anything that can make you feel a little more connected, a little lighter, and a little less drawn or removed from the present moment. As we inhale, we draw the elbows in towards the mat, tucking the toes behind us, lifting the hips up towards the sky, coming into a sort of dolphin. So we're not moving forwards here, we're just pushing the ground away with our forearms, activating through the shoulders, drawing the lower belly in, maybe shaking the head side to side, releasing any tension in the back of the neck. Taking a deep inhale through the nose once you get there. And as you exhale, we drop the knees down to the sides of the mat, untuck the toes, finding your child's pose again. Now knowing that child's pose is available to you at any point through the practice, if ever it feels too much, just coming back through a child's pose, taking a couple of breaths, and then joining us whenever feels comfortable. As we inhale, we're going to sweep the right arm up towards the sky, fingertips reach up high. As you exhale, you thread that right arm underneath the left armpit, coming to roll over onto the right shoulder. Keeping the hips drawing down towards the heels, option to stay here, or option to reach the left arm up towards the sky, or grabbing hold of the right hip crease. Rolling that left shoulder back. Deep breath in through the nose. And exhaling it out. As you inhale, you release the bind, placing left hand to the top of the mat. Inhale, reaches the right fingertips up towards the sky, and exhale, coming back through your child's pose. As you inhale, we draw the elbows down into the mat, tuck the toes, lifting the hips up high, finding your dolphin again. Activating through those shoulders, pushing the ground away with the forearms. Maybe this time we take 1 or 2 steps forwards with our toes as you bring the gaze between the legs. Deep breath in. Exhale, dropping the knees down towards the mat, untucking the toes, child's pose. As you inhale, the left arm reaches up towards the sky. Exhale, we're threading left arm underneath the right, coming to roll over onto that left shoulder. Again, drawing the sit bones down towards the heels. An option to stay here, or option to travel right arm up towards the sky, up towards the ceiling, or taking a bind through the left hip crease. Rolling right shoulder back. Deep breath in. Exhale. As you inhale, we sweep that right arm to the top of the mat, reaching the left arm all the way up towards the sky, and exhale, coming through your child's pose. Deep breath in, drawing the elbows into the mat, tucking the toes. Last time we come through our dolphin. This time really grounding through the elbows, pushing the ground away with the forearms as you start to step the feet slightly closer into the elbows, drawing that gaze towards the legs, pushing the ground away, activating through the core, scooping lower belly in. Exhale, we drop the knees, child's pose for just a breath. As you inhale, we start to walk the fingertips towards the knees. Then we're bringing the knees in towards each other and coming to stand onto the knees. So we want to keep our knees hip-width distance apart here. We're going to place our hands onto the lower back. Fingertips are placed towards the crown of the head. Pressing into the lower back, you're going to start pushing your hips forwards, maybe tucking the chin in towards the chest, maybe allowing the head to roll back. So a soft camel, just allowing the body to move through whatever feels comfortable right now. Not pushing yourself to go too far, maybe keeping the chin tucked in towards the chest, but pushing those hips to travel forwards. Deep breath in, squeezing the shoulder blades together, the elbows travel towards each other. Exhaling it out. As you inhale, we all bring the chin in towards the chest, gently releasing the fingertips from the lower back, coming to sit onto your heels, releasing the forehead in front of the knees, and then traveling the arms so that the hands can grab hold of the feet behind you. Rolling the forehead side to side, rolling onto the knees side to side, just letting go of any tension. With control, we place our hands in front of our knees, coming to sit onto the heels. So you should be at the top of the mat here. I've been traveling so much. We place our hands onto our hips, coming to stand onto the knees, squeezing lower belly in, deep breath in, rolling the shoulders back. And we're going to step the right foot to the top of the mat, coming into a low lunge. Inhale, reaches the fingertips up high. As you exhale, we're going to sweep the arms behind the back. Inhale, they come all the way back towards the ceiling. Exhale, sweeping them down and back. Inhale, reaching them up. Last one. Exhale, making big circles with the arms. Inhale, reaches them up. Then as you exhale, we're going to place the hands to the top of the mat, framing that right foot, tucking toes on left foot, stepping it back, high plank. Strong pose, scooping lower belly in, gaze comes forwards. As you exhale, we drop the knees, untuck the toes. We're shifting the shoulders in front of the wrists, squeezing lower belly in as you come halfway on the elbows, gaze forwards. Inhale, we open the heart through the hands. Exhale, we bend our knees, coming through our child's pose, tucking the toes, sending the hips up high, downward facing dog. So bringing the feet more or less hip-width distance apart here, pushing the ground away with the hands, with the knuckles, with the finger pads, and then taking any movement that feels comfortable. So maybe taking bend in alternate knees. And as you do so, making sure that the opposite leg, the heel is drawing down towards the mat, so getting that full stretch through the back of that opposite leg. Seeing if you can really connect movement with breath here. Starting to elongate those inhales, elongate the exhales, maybe shaking the head side to side, maybe nodding the head yes and no. And gently coming through stillness. Deep breath in. Exhales it out. As you inhale, we're going to roll forwards, coming to a high plank. Exhale, we drop the knees, coming to sit onto our heels. Hands come onto the hips again. Inhale, we come to stand onto the knees, squeezing lower belly in. Moving the weight towards the right knee, we're going to step that left foot forwards, coming into your low lunge. Inhale, reaches the hands forwards, gently lowering the hips down towards the mat. As you exhale, we sweep the arms back. Inhale, fingertips reach up high. Exhale, sweeping it back. Inhale, reaches up high. Last one, exhale, sweeping it back. Inhale, fingertips reach up high. Deep breath in. Exhale, we come to frame that left foot, tucking toes on the right foot, stepping it back, high plank. Again, squeezing lower belly in. One more modified chaturanga as we drop the knees, untuck the toes, shifting the shoulders forward, squeezing belly in, coming halfway on the elbows, gaze forwards. Inhale, traveling the heart forwards, maybe pushing onto the tops of the feet, rolling shoulders back, knees lift. Exhale, we tuck our toes, hips come up high, downward facing dog. Shaking that head side to side, releasing any tension that might be setting into the body. Giving yourself a reminder to keep the body soft. How can I make the body softer? We're going to walk the feet to the mat with distance apart, and then gently start to walk the left hand all the way towards that right ankle. So if you can't reach for the ankle, we're grabbing hold of the shin, or we're just allowing the hand start traveling towards the leg. As you do so, you're going to rotate the head underneath that right arm, pushing both heels down into the mat, taking a deep breath in. Exhale, we walk left hand all the way to the top of the mat. Shuffling through those hips, we start to walk the right hand all the way towards the left ankle, maybe grabbing hold of the shin, or maybe allowing the hand to just travel through to that left ankle. As you do so, you start to rotate the chest underneath left arm, taking a deep breath in. As you exhale, you release the right arm all the way to the top of the mat. Bringing the feet to hip width distance apart. As we inhale, we look forwards, coming onto the tops of the feet, deep bend in the knees. We're going to step the right foot forwards, stepping the left to meet the right. Inhale, hands on the shins, we lengthen. Exhale, you empty and you fold. As you inhale, we're going to interlace the fingers behind the head, draw chin in towards the chest, and then we're going to gently start to unravel the spine one vertebra at a time until you come to stand all the way at the top of the mat, squeezing the elbows into the side of the head. Once you get there, taking a deep inhale, we start to release the elbows to the sides of the body, maybe opening through a slight back bend, tilting the head back. Exhale, the elbows come to meet, tucking the chin in towards the chest, rolling all the way back down. So reversing the movement as you come all the way down, deep bend in the knees, the head. I'm curling the chin towards the chest, releasing one vertebra at a time until you come all the way to stand. Exhaling here. Inhale, opens the elbows to the sides, side back bend, tilting the head back. Exhale, coming through neutral and releasing the hands to the sides of the body. Placing the hands in towards heart center, closing off the eyes. Pressing the finger pads in towards each other and the thumbs are pressing onto the heart space. We bring our big toes together, the heels are slightly apart at the top of the mat, rolling the shoulders back and creating that space between the earlobes and the shoulders. Seeing if you can elongate through the crown of the head, as well as grounding down through the soles of the feet. So having that connection with the ground, but trying to get a little bit taller, growing a little bit higher. And as you do so, tuning back into the breath and finding an intention for your practice. This is a short practice, but we can give it an intention, we can give it a focus. So whatever that may be, whether it's for yourself or for somebody else. Just taking a deep inhale and breathing that intention in. And as you exhale, letting go of anything that does not connect, that does not relate to that intention, setting it free. As we inhale, we sweep the arms up towards the sky, prayer comes high. Exhale, hinging at the hips, the hands come down to the mat. As you inhale, we lengthen, hands on shins. Exhale, we frame the feet, we're stepping the right foot back, staying where we are. As you inhale, sweeps left arm up towards the sky, easy twist. Deep breath in, maybe staying here, maybe drawing that left hand further back, opening through the chest up towards the sky, keeping the legs active. As we exhale, we pivot both feet so they're parallel with the short part of the mat, dropping the hips down towards the ground, reaching left hand back. Deep breath in. Exhale, we sweep the hand to come meet the top of the mat, stepping it back, high plank. Inhale, gaze forwards. Exhale, either your full chaturanga as you shift forwards, coming halfway on the elbows, or taking your modified with the knees as you inhale, open through the chest. Exhale, we tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Bringing the big toes together at the back of the mat. We gently start to pivot the heels towards the left side, taking a deep bend in the knees, pushing the ground away with the hands as you bring the chest to come and travel towards the thighs. Inhale, releases, we straighten through the legs, coming back through center. Exhale, we pivot the heels towards the right side, deep bend through the knees, pushing the ground away with the hands, chest comes to meet the thighs. Inhale, lengthen in through the legs. Exhale, coming back to your downward facing dog. So really finding that height through the sit bones as you start to draw the heels down, pushing the ground away with the hands, keeping the knuckles active. The whole hand is pushing the ground away. Maybe shaking that head side to side. As we inhale, we come onto the tops of the toes, taking a deep bend in the knees. We're stepping that left foot forwards, stepping the right to meet the left. Inhale, we lengthen through the spine. Exhale, you empty and you fold. As you inhale, we sweep the arms to the sides of the body, prayer comes high. Exhale, hands come in towards heart center. Closing off the eyes, coming back to the breath. Shoulders and earlobe, create a space between them. As we inhale, we sweep the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, hinging at the hips. Inhale, lengthens through the spine. Exhale, we frame the feet. We're stepping the left foot back. Staying here as you inhale, sweeps right arm up towards the sky. As you exhale, you might try to draw that hand slightly further back behind you, opening the chest up towards the sky. Deep breath in. As you exhale, we pivot both feet so they come parallel to the short part of the mat, dropping the hips down towards the ground, reaching right hand back. Deep breath in, keeping the gaze soft, the jaw is soft. Exhaling it out. One deep breath in. As you exhale, we sweep the arms to the top of the mat, stepping it back, high plank. Strong pose, inhaling. Exhale, we shift forwards, coming halfway on the elbows. Inhale, opens through the chest, pushing onto the tops of the feet. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhaling it out. Big toes together at the back of the mat. As you inhale, right heel travels up towards the sky. As you exhale, you drop the heel towards the bottom, lifting the knee up towards the sky, maybe opening through the hip. So staying here for a couple of breaths, option to stay where you are, option to start making a couple of circular movements with the knee. Depending on how you feel, sometimes we need a bit of stillness, sometimes we need a bit of movement. Just identifying that with your body, seeing what it needs. As you inhale, we reach the heel up towards the sky, and as you exhale, we draw the foot back down towards the mat. Shaking your hips side to side. Inhale, reaches left heel up towards the sky. Exhale, left heel draws towards the bottom. Again, yogi's choice. Being kind, listening to the body. Do I need some movement? Or do I need a bit of stillness? As we inhale, that left heel reaches up towards the sky. As you exhale, the foot travels down towards the mat. Inhale, gaze forwards, taking a deep bend in the knees, either jumping or stepping the feet together at the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthens. Exhale, emptying and folding. As you inhale, we sweep the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, we start to lower the hips down towards the mat, coming through your chair pose. So the thighs are drawing in towards each other, grounding down through the feet, and making sure you can see your toes in front of the knees as you reach the fingertips up high. As we inhale, we open through the heart. As you exhale, you start to sweep the arms back, chest rests on the thighs. Inhale, we open through the chest, fingertips travel forwards. Exhale, we sweep it back. Inhale, reaches the fingertips up high. Exhale, last time we fold through the legs. So you inhale, hands on the shins, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, we frame the feet, we step, we jump back, coming to your high plank. So you exhale, going through your chaturanga, coming halfway on the elbows. Inhale, travels forwards. Exhale, tucking the toes, downward facing dog. Big toes together at the back of the mat. So you inhale, right heel reaches up towards the sky. Exhale, draw knees to nose, plants the foot at the top of the mat. Inhale, finding that high lunge. Deep breath in. Exhale, we draw the hands to the sides of the body. So melting down through that front knee, maybe you need to heel toe the back foot back. Keeping the thighs drawing in towards each other, activating through the fingertips. As we inhale, right hand comes up, left hand comes down. Reaching through that right side body, reaching the fingertips towards the left side. Option to keep the gaze forwards or to bring the gaze up towards the sky. Deep breath in. Exhale, we sweep the hands to the sides of the body. Inhale, left hand reaches up towards the sky, up towards the left side as right hand reaches down. Stretching through that left side body. Again, yogi's choice, maybe bring the gaze up towards the sky. Opening through the chest. Exhale, releasing the hands to the sides of the body. As you inhale, hands reach up. Exhale, prayer comes in towards heart center. We're traveling to the top of the mat, starting to move the weight towards that right foot. As you kick the left foot back, coming through your warrior three. So if you keep your hands in heart center, we're drawing the shoulders away from the ears, making sure that the left hip isn't traveling up towards the sky, drawing it down parallel to the mat. Option to play around with the hands here, drawing the hands behind you, interlacing the fingers behind the back, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Deep breath in. As you exhale, we start to draw that right hand in front of the right foot, opening the left arm up towards the sky, coming through your half moon. So we're stacking the hips, opening left arm up towards the sky. Deep breath in. Exhaling it out. As you inhale, we start to travel that left hand down to the mat in front of you, reaching the left heel slightly higher, standing splits. Breathing in through the nose. Exhale, lowering the chest, the head down towards the mat. As you inhale, we start to lower that left foot behind the right foot. So just stepping it behind and walking the fingertips towards the side, so getting a nice big stretch through the side body. Your hips are going to want to go towards the right side, the fingertips start reaching towards the left. Tucking the chin in towards the chest, walking the fingertips slightly further. Deep breath in. As you exhale, we bring our fingertips to the top of the mat, stepping that left foot all the way to the back, finding your high lunge. Inhale, reaching up high. Exhale, we come to frame the front foot, step it back, high plank. Inhale, gaze forwards. Yogi's choice, taking the knees down or going through your full chaturanga. Inhale, opens through the chest. Exhale, we tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Big toes together as we inhale, the left heel reaches up towards the sky. Exhale, draws knee to nose, plants the foot at the top of the mat. Inhale, finding your high lunge. So again, maybe readjusting the feet so you get a slightly wider stance. Drawing the thighs in towards each other. As you exhale, we release the hands to the sides of the body, fingertips are active. Inhale, reaches the left arm up towards the sky, right arm comes down. Nice big stretch through the left side body. Gaze can come and travel to the top of the mat, to the top of the ceiling. As we exhale, we release the hands to the sides of the body. Inhale, sweeps the right arm up towards the sky, left hand down. Gaze travels up to the sky. Exhale, we release the hands to the sides of the body. As you inhale, both hands come up. Exhale, we bring our hands towards heart center. So traveling to the top of the mat in our warrior three again, looking where you're going, moving the weight to that left foot, shifting the weight as you reach the right heel up towards the sky. Warrior three, strong pose, scooping that lower belly in, keeping the hips leveled. And again, playing around with the hands if you want to, drawing the fingertips slightly further back, interlacing the fingers, squeezing those shoulder blades together. And slowly traveling the chest down towards the mat as you reach that right heel slightly further up. As you exhale, we start to lower left hand next to that left foot. Again, if you wanted to use a block, didn't offer it on the other side, but it's always there if you want to try. As we start to stack the hips, reaching right arm up towards the sky. Half moon. Deep breath in. Gaze can come up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, we lower that right hand in front of the left foot again, reaching the right foot all the way up towards the sky. Standing splits. So as you inhale, the heel travels a little higher. As you exhale, the heart melts a little lower. Then with control, as we inhale, we start to lower the right foot behind the left, walking the fingertips towards the right side. So the hips are going to be traveling towards the left as you reach slightly further towards the right side, tucking the chin in towards the chest. Deep breath in, exhaling it out. So we inhale, we walk the fingertips forwards. We're stepping the right foot all the way back, coming back through your high lunge. Inhale, reaches up high. Exhale, we come to frame that left foot, stepping it back, high plank. Inhale, gaze forwards. Exhale, hips come up high, downward facing dog. So taking a couple of breaths to come back to the body, to slow the breath down. Connecting the finger pads, the heels with the mat. Activating through the thighs, scooping that lower belly in. Deep breath in, exhaling it out. So you inhale, we look forwards, coming onto the tops of the feet. Deep bend in the knees, we can jump or step the feet to the top of the mat. Inhale as we lengthen through the spine. Exhale, you empty and you fold. Inhale, pushes through the feet, keeping that seat low. We sweep the arms up towards the sky, coming through your chair. And exhale, hands come to the sides of the body, extending through the legs. As we inhale, we sweep the arms up towards the sky, coming onto our tippy toes, activating everything from the toes all the way up towards the fingertips. Squeezing lower belly in. As you exhale, we start to take a slight bend in the knees, coming all the way down towards the mat. So seeing if you can slow down this movement, even hitting pause on the video and trying it yourself in your own time. Very gently rolling over onto the bottom, maybe removing the flesh from underneath the sit bones, placing our hands underneath our knees, opening through the chest, opening through the collarbone, as we start to lift the feet off the mat, coming into your boat. So the shins are going to come parallel to the mat, either pointing or flexing the feet as you draw the shoulders away from the ears. Strong pose, scooping that lower belly in, seeing if you can get that lift from the sit bones all the way to the crown of the head. As you exhale, we release the hands to the sides of the legs with the palms facing up towards the sky. Deep breath in. Exhale, the right heel reaches down towards the mat. Inhale, shins come parallel. Exhale, left heel comes down. Inhale, coming back. Exhale, we lower right. Inhale, coming back. Exhale, left. Inhale, back to center. As you exhale, we're going to gently start to extend the legs out in front of you, lowering through to your low boat. So maybe to the count of 3 or 4 as you start to extend through the whole body, coming all the way to lie down onto the mat. Once you get there, maybe shuffling the hips side to side, maybe extending the fingertips up overhead, heels come together, giving yourself a nice big stretch. Deep breath in. Exhale, we sigh it out. Then bringing the hands to the sides of the body, we're going to start to walk the heels in towards our sit bones. Slowing down through the breath, slowing down through the practice, keeping the feet hip-width distance apart, grabbing hold of those heels with the hands, tucking the tailbone in as you start to push the ground away with the heels lifting the hips up towards the sky. You might want to roll onto the shoulder blades, interlacing the fingers behind you and then pushing the fist in towards the mat as you lift the hips up towards the sky. So invitation to close the eyes here. And having that awareness of the body as you close off the eyes, just cutting off any connection with your surroundings, and really tuning in with the body. So here you might have a tendency for the knees to start drawing to the side, just making sure that they're reconnecting, imagining an imaginary block in between the thighs as you start to lift the hips a little higher. Deep breath in. Exhale, sighing it out. Sealing off the lips. Staying here for 2 more breaths. On your next exhale, we release the hands down to the sides of the mat, very gently tucking that tailbone in and releasing the spine all the way down towards the mat. Once the lower back comes down onto the mat, we reach both heels up towards the sky, extending through the legs. We take a slight bend in the left knee, wrapping the right leg around the left, and then lowering the knees towards the left side. We extend through our right arm, bring the gaze towards the right side. Maybe the left hand comes to sit onto the right hip. So gentle twist through the spine. If you feel like the twist is too much, we can lower the knee level slightly lower than your hip level. Or if you need a little bit more intensity, you start to lift the knees slightly higher up towards the chest. As we inhale, we come back through center, extending both heels up towards the sky. Then slight bend in the right knee as you wrap left leg around the right, allowing the knees to start to draw towards the right side. Extending through that left arm, gaze comes to the left hand. Deep breath in. Exhaling it out. Again, readjusting how feels necessary, how the body might feel it wants to. As you inhale, you come back through center, extending both legs up towards the sky, and then drawing the knees in towards the chest, just giving your lower back a bit of a massage. Then gently extending that right leg to the right corner of the mat, the left leg extends to the left corner of the mat, then allowing the arms to flop to the sides of the body with palms facing up, and the toes to drop to the sides. Taking a deep breath in through the nose, closing off the eyes, finding that breath again traveling through the back of the throat, through the chest, through the rib cage, through the belly, and sighing it out, feeling a little lighter. Deep breath in through the nose. Seeing if you can get as much breath in as possible. And when you're ready to exhale, maybe fluttering the lips this time. Releasing completely onto the mat. And as you come into your stillness, just allowing softness to settle into the body. Letting go of any thoughts, any tension. Gently deepening the breath, bringing movement into the fingertips, into the toes, slowly becoming aware of your surroundings. Taking a deep inhale as you reach the fingertips up overhead, drawing the heels together, giving yourself a nice big stretch. As you exhale, we gently curl the elbows in towards the knees in towards the elbows, and we roll over onto the right or the left side, depending on what feels comfortable for you, whatever the body needs. Enjoying the last few moments of stillness before the end of your practice. In your own time, gently making your way to a comfortable seated position at the top of the mat, feet crossing the legs. Maybe removing the flesh from the sit bones, placing the hands onto the knees. Then just taking a last moment to close off the eyes and just gently readjust the pose. You're going to have a tendency to maybe travel the chest forwards. So maybe readjusting the chest, the spine, getting a little bit more length through the spine, maybe dipping the chin in towards the chest. Bring the hands in towards heart center, closing off the eyes. Pressing the finger pads in towards each other. Taking a moment to be grateful for your movement, for the body, for your practice today. I thank you for your energy, for watching this video. Namaste, yogis.